Okay, 4.1, very easy. What is true about the division of this by this? Okay, um, remember we can do long division or we can do synthetic division. For the sake of it being easier, when it's just x plus or x minus, I'm gonna use synthetic because it's way easier. Okay, so we put the opposite. What's opposite minus 4? It's 4. You put it and then you arrange your coefficients. 5 minus 21, 7 minus 6 minus 24. So 5 minus 21, 7 minus 6 minus 24. Let's go. 5 down. You always drag your first number down. 5 down. 5 times 4, 20. Combine your terms. Minus 21 plus 20 minus 1. Minus 1 times 4, minus 4. Combine your terms. 7 minus 4, 3. 3 times 4, 12. Combine your terms. Minus 6 plus 12 is 6. 6 times 4, 24. Combine your terms. Minus 24, 24, 0. Okay, always remember that your last number is the remainder. Okay, now what do you do with this? Since it was power 4, now it becomes power 3. So we start power 3, right? So 5x to the power of 3 minus 1x to the power of 2 plus 3x. You always go down with the power. Power 3, then power 2, then power 1. Okay, then what comes after x to the power 1? It's x to the power 0. So you just there's no more x now. 6. Okay, and there's remainder is 0. So this is when you divide it, you're gonna get the quotient is this. Okay, the remainder is 0, and you can say it's divisible. When can you say it's divisible? When there is no remainder, when the remainder is 0. Another way of rewriting this, because I remember in my AMS video I showed that since it's cubic, you're going to write it in the form ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. In case maybe some people might write it like this, I don't know, but that's just another way to write it. 5 minus 1, 3, 6, whatever. Question 2, just complete the long division. They gave you, remember, long division, dm as divide, multiply, subtract. So they actually did the first division step, they multiplied also. Now we need to continue it. So they divide 4x squared by x, they got 4x. Now they multiplied x times 4x, 4x squared, then minus 2 times 4x is minus 8x. So they did the divide, multiply. Now let's subtract. 4x squared minus 4x squared, 0. 8x minus 8x is 16x. Okay, then we repeat, right? Drag it down. Plus 3. 16x, we repeat now, divide. 16x divided by x is 16. Okay, and then that's all we want. We just want the box. If they ask you to continue it, you can just continue x times 16, 16x, then minus 2 times 16, minus 32. Continue the division, 16 minus 16, 0. 3 minus 32 is 35. So you'd actually get remainder 35 because there's nothing left to drag down, so your remainder is 35. And your answer will be 4x plus 16, remainder 35. If they ask you to continue the long division, but only they just wanted what's in the box, and it's just 16. Question 3. Okay, what is the quotient obtained? What is the quotient obtained when this is divided by this? Okay, since it's just one number, we can use synthetic division. No need to use long division. X minus, you put the 3 outside, you can put, okay, arrange your coefficients. 1, 6, minus 5, minus 10. What I did here is wrong. Okay, I mentioned this in my AMS video. Okay, since it's power 4, okay, it should go down like this. It should be ax to the power of 4 plus bx to the power of 3 plus cx to the power of 2 plus dx plus e. Okay, there should be something with power 3 since it's a power 4, right? It's a quartic. So since it's power 4, I need to have something with power 3 as I need to have something with power 3. But it's not written here, is it, right? So since there's nothing with the power 3, that means the coefficient of the x cube is going to be 0. Okay, so here I have to put a 0. Okay, you can't just skip. You can't just skip from power 4 to power 2. If there's nothing in between them, nothing written here, so you put 0. That's just how it goes. Okay, so if it's coefficient 0 x cubed is the same as just not writing it. That's why. Okay, so make sure to pay attention if they're skipping powers. If they're skipping powers, then you have to put a 0 as your coefficient in between them. So now let's start. Drag the 1 down. 1 times 3, 3. Combine your terms, 0 plus 3, 3. 3 times 3, 9. 6 plus 9, 15. 15 times 3, 45. Minus 5 plus 45 is 40. 40 times 3, 120. Minus 10 plus 120 is 110. So my remainder is 110. But what did they ask? They asked for the quotient. Quotient means, what's this? Because look, when you divide, like for example 8 divided by 2, okay, you get 4. 4 is your quotient, 2 is your divisor. Okay, let's say I got 9 divided by 2 equals 4, remainder 1. 4 is my quotient, 1 is my remainder, 2 is the divisor, 9 is the original number. Okay, so the quotient is just the number you get without the remainder. Okay, so in this case, what's the quotient? Okay, it was power 4, so now it should be power 3. So 1x to the power of 3 plus 3x to the power of 2 plus 15x plus 40. We ignore the remainder because they only ask for the quotient. So x to the power of 3 plus 3x to the power of 2 plus 15x plus 40. Please don't write 1x to the power of 3 in your written, just write x to the power of 3 without the 1. Okay. هلا بيسألوك what's the remainder? What is the remainder? You put my remainder is 110 فبحط لك 110. Question 4. What's the coefficient of x squared in the quotient after performing the first step in the long division below? Okay, just continue the long division. They already gave us the first division, remember DMS. Okay, 5x to the power of 3 times 3x is going to be 15x to the power of 4 minus 5 times 5x to the power of 3 is minus 20x to the power of 3. Now let's subtract. Oh, no, minus 25. Minus 25. Minus 25 x to the power of 3. 15x to the power of 4 minus 15x to the power of 4 is 0. 11 minus 25 is 36x to the 3. Okay, take 3 down. Okay, now we continue. Divide again. 36x to the power of 3 divided by 3x is 12x to the power of 2. And they already gave us the x squared. They just want what's the coefficient. It's going to be 12. Question 5. Okay, here they want you to use synthetic division. Okay, and that's what we've been doing. So how would you divide this by synthetic division? Always take the opposite. What's the opposite of plus 3? You put minus 3. And then solve normally. Drag the 4 down. 4. Multiply 4 by minus 3. You get minus 12. Combine your terms. Minus 5. Minus 5 times minus 3 plus 15. Okay, combine your terms. You get 6. 6 times minus 3 minus 18. Combine your terms. Minus 19. So this is your remainder. So how did they write it here? If you were to write it, هون it was cube. فأكيد if the original number was cube, يعني my answer is gonna be quadratic. Okay, it's gonna be a square. So it's gonna be 4x squared minus 5x plus 6. And then minus 19, remainder is minus 19. Okay, so how would you write this? We just put our answer in, right? So they're expressing it as a product of two things. Remember, if they want it expressed when they put equal, that basically means يعني something times this number gets you this number. Okay, what is that something? We just found it here. Okay, so this 4x squared minus 5x plus 6 times x plus 3 gets me this number. Except you still need the remainder at the end. Okay, this came in the AMS, I remember. But I don't think they put this in synthetic division, but they asked you to divide. But you need to put the remainder at the end. And since they put our remainder is minus 19, you put minus 19. They give you the minus, so I just put 19. In the AMS, they put plus box. And I think the remainder was minus 41. Okay, I don't know, for some reason, people put 41 in the box. I don't know why. Okay, why do they put plus for the remainder? Because usually the remainder is something you're adding. So they put plus box. They usually put plus before the box for the remainder. So until you just have to put minus 41. Okay, that's just an example. Game of the AMS. Question 6. Okay, the polynomial 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 10x minus 24 represents the volume in cubic meters of a regular tank. So let's think of it like this. This is something I think they could get. Okay, and you have a tank like this. Like, okay, it's a tank. So the volume of it is 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 10x minus 24. The height of the tank they gave you is x minus 2. Okay, fill in the blanks to find the area. You're gonna need this for the geometry final, but the volume of any prism or 3D shape is the area of the base times the height. So if you divide the volume by the height, you can find the area. So that's, I mean, we're in the long division chapter, so obviously there's going to be some division involved. So basically, divide the volume by the height. Okay, so you say, I mean, if this comes in written and you just divide, you're going to get it wrong. Okay, please yani, make sure to mention area equals volume divided by height. Okay, then you write, you put an arrow like this. So it equals 2x cubed plus 7x squared minus 10x minus 24 over x minus 2. How can we divide this? We can use synthetic division. Let's use synthetic division. Put the opposite of minus 2 out, so it's going to be 2. Now arrange your coefficients. 2, 7, 10, minus 24. Take your 2 down. 2 times 2, 4. Combine 7 plus 4, 11. Whoa, why did I put 111? Okay, 11. 11 times 2, 22. 10 plus 22, 32. 32 times 2. Wait. There's something I did wrong. Let me see. I definitely did something wrong. It was minus 10 as the coefficient. Yeah, minus 10 was the coefficient. minus 10 plus 22 is 12. So 12 times 2, 24, minus 24, 24 cancel. So after I divide, I'm going to get, since it was cubic, now it becomes squared. So 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. And it's a 0 remainder. So my area equals this. 2x squared plus 11x plus 12. Okay, now they gave you the width is x plus 4. If x equals 6, what is the length of the base of the tank? أول شيء we need to find the length. Okay, and you know that the area equals length times width. So that means the length equals the area divided by the width. What is the area? The area is 2x squared plus 11x plus 12 divided by the width, which they gave us is x plus 4. Look, you could substitute 6 here instead of having to do long division, but I want to remind you that we don't have calculators, okay? So it would just be easier to divide, and I think Aslan what they're looking for is they're looking for you to divide it. So as x's. So let's do synthetic division. Minus 4 outside, 2, 11, 12. 2 down, 2 times minus 4, minus 8, 11 minus 8, 3, 3 times minus 4, minus 12. You get 0 as your remainder. It was squared, so now it just becomes x. So 2x plus 3. Okay, so 2x plus 3 is my length, right? They said if x equals 6, they want you to find it as a number. So you just substitute 2 times 6 plus 3 equals 15. That's it. That's it for 4.1.